This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 319, Mental Accounting, Why Smart People Make Big Money Mistakes, by Claire with IWT.com. And I am your host and narrator, Dan. I'm here each Monday through Friday, reading to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. And hey, if you enjoy this show and want to give us a little bit of support to help keep us going, maybe you can share the podcast with somebody today, a family member, a friend, a coworker, anyone who you think would enjoy it or get a benefit from it. So many people still don't know how to listen to podcasts, or they think it's really complicated. So if you can show someone how to subscribe, that would be a huge help to us. Now, today features a guest author from Ramit's site, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. So let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. Mental Accounting, Why Smart People Make Big Money Mistakes, by Claire with IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. Promising to give you lessons from the new science of behavioral economics, the book Why Smart People Make Big Money Mistakes was right up my alley. I love learning about the motivations behind spending, saving, and doing dumb stuff with money. This book promised to answer some of those fascinating money questions. Why are so many of us willing to spend so much more for a product bought on credit than with cash? Why do business executives spend ever-increasing amounts of money on failing products or money-losing corporate divisions? Although originally written in 1999, the book holds a wealth of wisdom for all time. Learn mental accounting. Behavioral economists say that mental accounting works like this. Let's say you have bought a $150 ticket to a concert. When you show up at the door and realize you have lost your ticket, do you buy another? Probably not. But let's say you hadn't bought the ticket yet, and you show up at the door of the concert hall to buy your ticket. Unfortunately, you realized you've lost $150 in cash since you walked from your car. Luckily, you still have enough in your wallet, though, to cover the cost of the ticket. Do you buy the ticket? Yes. Why? Both scenarios are a loss of $150. However, in the second scenario, you separate the losing of the $150 from the purchasing of the ticket. In the first, you consider the cost of the event as a total of $300 and retch at the high cost. It turns out that mental accounting is a huge contributor to the low rates of savings in the U.S. In 1999, it was 4% in the U.S. and over 15% in Japan. When do you use mental accounting? How can you know if you are more likely to be affected by mental accounting? Here are some clues. You don't think you spend, but you have trouble saving. You have savings in the bank, but your credit cards aren't always paid off. You spend more with credit cards than with cash. You're more likely to spend your tax refund than your savings on a new iTouch. Things you should know about mental accounting. 1. We have a tendency to value money differently depending on where it comes from. If you win $50 in the lottery, considered found money, you're more likely to spend that on garbage than the $50 you earned on the job. If you get a tax refund, you'll run out and spend it instead of saving. 2. We're victims of the concept of relative cost. You want to spend $10,500, but the used car dealer says it'll be $500 extra this time of year. Mental accounting tells you that $500 in compared to the cost of the car isn't that bad. But you want to buy a washing machine for $500. You show up and they say it's now $1,000. Do you buy it? No. Mental accounting tells me that's crazy talk. 3. Plastic equals fake money. It sounds like the oldest, most overused money trick, but it still holds true. People do spend more with credit cards. When the weight of your wallet doesn't change, you're less likely to think you've really spent anything. So how can you fix the problem of mental accounting? 1. Do what the book says. Imagine that all income is earned income. You worked for Granny's Christmas check, so don't waste it. 2. Pretend you don't have the plastic. Although Belsky and Jolovich haven't gone all Dave Ramsey on us and told us to not use credit cards, they are saying we should stop and think, would I buy this if I was using cash? 3. Use mental accounting to your advantage by automatically funneling money out of your paycheck. Ramit does this and has told you to follow suit. 4. Remember that money is money. $3,000 more on a $200,000 house isn't less money than $3,000 more on a $3,000 dining room set. 5. Record keeping is the key to success. I've always claimed this, and this book enforced this more than anything. Yes, we've regressed back to Ramit's dreaded David Bach latte factor. Little things can add up. $10 a day in extra soda, gum, magazines, and lunch out is $3,500 a year. Did I like it? Oh yeah. Will you like it? If you want to learn about your mind and not crunch numbers, you'll get a kick out of it. Takeaway point, money is money is money. Your mind, however, can be on crack. You just listened to the post titled Mental Accounting, Why Smart People Make Big Money Mistakes by Claire with IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. And if you enjoy this podcast and want to be a big help to us, why not share the show with someone today? The easiest way would be to simply show them how to subscribe on their phones or subscribe for them, or you can just direct them to oldpodcast.com/listen. Any way that you can help teach people how to listen to the Optimal Living Daily podcast family would be greatly appreciated. And I'm going to leave it there for today. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow in the Friday show, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more, from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.